Alrighty, good morning all. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with Old John. Here we go. We're gonna YOLO to start things out. I'm on a mission, by the way. Let me get my. I'll show you the Craftsy screen here. Let's go with the Craftsy. I'm on a mission to knock you all out now because I want to play again. As you know, we're doing a YOLO thing, so every day I'm gonna roll one die, one set of die, and see how y'all do. And I look at all the sevens. I've rolled like 4 sevens in the last like. Am I back with you again? Buffering? Yeah, I lost my internet. Can you guys hear me? Somebody in chat say, yeah, we can hear you again. I had an internet hiccup here. We just lost our thing. We back? Hello? I didn't cut the live. My internet, okay, now we're back. Okay, I was able to resume the broadcast. I don't know what's going on. Maybe our internet's kicking out. We have good weather. I'm not sure what's happening, why it's doing it. But yeah, the internet is going all the way to zero. Like my internet access just goes to nothing. I'm not sure what's happening. So, yeah, I know you can't. What's happening is my stream is it's something on something outside of the house, not yours as well, Ian. Maybe we're getting an EMP attack here in Seattle. Who knows? God, I don't want to joke about shit like that. But all right, here we go. I'm gonna YOLO. Hopefully you can see the YOLO, and let's get after it. Why does my table look like such crap? Let's see. Give me a second. I'm gonna try and fix that because that looks really bad. Gamma is way too low. There we go. That's a little bit better. Solar flares is something. It's something. Here we go. I'm going to use the white dice on y'all. Like I said, I'm trying to knock you guys out now. Now I'm just on a mission to get myself back in this game. So here we go. I'm going to press the button that's going to lock the betting. All the people in the lead aren't here. People in the lead aren't betting. So whatever. They're just trying to eke it out here. Let me press the halt betting button. No more bets. Here we go. Dice are out. Pray for yourselves. Let's go. We got a 4. Again, people in red aren't playing, so they're cheating. They're eking it out by not being here. Boy, Craftsy is running slow. Look at that thing. Just spinning, spinning, spinning. I don't know what's going on. Wow. Is that Craftsy slow or is that my internet being slow? I don't know what the deal is there. We'll let it do its thing. Gee whiz. What is happening here? Let's close that down. I'm not sure. I may have to go back in and re-enter it in later on. I don't know. Wow. Horrible. Horrible. Okay. Let's just go here. I don't know what's going on today. I don't even know if I'm still live or not. Am I still live? Can you guys even see me? Looks like we're still live. Well, good morning. Wow. Look at the light. The light's a thing. It's a whole thing. Boy, today is going to be a rough one. Already I can tell. Good morning. Interesting show this morning. We're going to talk right now, actually. I'm going to go right into here and talk about the paycheck because the paycheck, yeah, bleeding on the YOLO, Jen. Sorry, man. Is what it is. I don't know where you guys are betting. I can't target shoot yet. I can see, by the way, massive lag on the camera here. Something's happening in my house. I'm not sure what's going on. Pay the bills. Pay the bills. Okay, Prove It Week is going so far interesting, I guess, right? The Red Cross got its tail kicked big time the first day. The Inside Mind did okay. We won a couple paychecks early. I think we won 3 paychecks. Boom, boom, boom. And then we had a bad run at the end there. We lost $800 at the very end. On the fourth session, we lost some money. And again, ran out of time. So who knows what would have happened there. The odds maker yesterday won real easy. I played that thing all day yesterday. Afterwards, it won real easy. Today, the permanent press, again, it wins easy when it wins. Okay. If you're going to have a 29 roll, you're going to win money. There's no way around that, right? But it worked really good today. It was fun. We lost, or we didn't lose. We had an interesting roll. The last shooter was 20 something, right? We missed out on the ATS by the 10, and I got a little bit angry. God, this delay of the camera is killing me here. Love the new. Oh, thanks, CCC. I worked on that pretty hard actually over the weekend, and I liked how it looks too. Anyway, on the paycheck today, 2 things happened, right? At the very, very end, I got mad twice. I got mad at different people for different reasons, right? Frank, who, by the way, I'm pretty sure on the way out gave me a thumbs down. So everybody here right now, just to prove Frank wrong, give me a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button on this video right now, just so I can see. I want to see the thumbs. I have a little animation on my side that shows the thumbs, right? Throw me some thumbs up. Frank got pissed off because I yelled at him. And I yelled at him because it's the same reason I yelled at all of you yesterday, right? Which is this whole thing about bankroll size, right? Everybody says, me and Ken, all these guys, you all are playing too high bankroll, right? And I reminded you yesterday, we did a whole lecture on it, and I reminded Frank today, don't be fooled by or don't be obsessed on the size of the bets that we use. If it's a black chip, it's a red chip. It doesn't matter. It's a chip. Whatever color they are for your bankroll, if you're buying in for 5K, you're playing with blacks. If you're buying in for 1,000, you're playing with greens. If you're buying in for 500, you're playing with reds. It doesn't matter. Strategy that calls for a 3-unit play or a 4-unit play is 4 reds, 4 greens, or 4 blacks. It doesn't matter what the actual dollars are. And people get so fixated on that stuff. And anyway, so I got mad at Frank and I went off on a little tangent there. And hey, another thumbs. Who's giving me a thumbs down? Hit that button. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button twice, please. I got mad because you got to remember the basics here, right? Craps is a complicated enough game to stick to unit size. If you're playing Baccarat or roulette like Ken teaches, Ken's playing with black chips too, right? If you can't afford Baccarat at black chip level, play Baccarat at the $10 level. It's the same pattern. The same betting patterns apply. It's just what color chips you have. Remember that. Don't forget that, please. It's so important to not get fixated on dollars, right? Worry about your unit size. DGen talks about this all the time on the Daily Wager with sports betting. Your unit might be 50 cents. It might be $1. It might be $10. You're betting a number of units on a game. Doesn't matter what the unit size is. At some point, your bankroll will grow and your unit size will grow with it. And that's when you make more money. Worry about making units right now. So important, okay? The other thing is, I was gonna actually, Ken likes to give me a bunch of shit because he can in chat. Well, my turn to give you shit back, Ken, and Skill and Luck also. 2 of my really good friends. I love me some Ken. I love me some Skill and Luck, right? We argue back and forth sometimes on the chat. Trust me, we're all good. We are on the phone quite a bit. We talk, we have fun. But I'm gonna shoot you some crap right now because I said it at the beginning of the paycheck show. We're going to win a couple paychecks. And I said, if I win a couple on the last run, I'm going to take it as far as I can. I just want to see how far it would take itself if I never turned it off. All right? I said that at the very outset. We're going to win a few paychecks. The last one, I'm not going to play carefully. I'm just going to go and see I want to see what happens on a great run if we get it. We happened to get a 30 roller at the end there, and I took it as far as I could take it, right? We started out at 330 and turned it into like $2,500, which was cool to see that rhythm, right? Ken and Skill like regress. You got to get your whatever. You're playing like a maniac. John wants to get his DGen out. John's DGen is firmly tucked away where it should be. Trust me. When I do this stuff, right, there are times where I just want to have some fun in the garage, right? It's not always got to be a teaching moment. Sometimes, yeah, teaching moments. Not always, right? Sometimes I just want to see what'll happen, right? It's fun sometimes to just let it out and see what happens. That was today. I know you want to give me shit about it, but I don't really care. I wanted to have a good time. And it does give you the chance to say, okay, now we're at a point where we won $2,500, which we did on that strategy. Okay, lock up the 5, take the rest, cut it in half, lock the half, play with half. And then you're going to rack half, play half with all your winnings from that point on. You're going to half press your winnings from there. I totally said that at the end, but you guys don't listen. You just want to paint me to be the bad guy, whatever. Whatever makes you feel good, Ken. Whatever makes you feel good, Skill. I know, but Ken, remember, I said, if you're not going to listen to me, not you, if people won't listen to what I say, and I said it like 5 times, I'm going to play this one for fun. Don't do this. I said it like 3 times, right? If you're not adult enough to hear that, then turn the TV off. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, right? Sometimes I want to just have some fun out there and just do something crazy because you got to see what crazy looks like, right? I think it's just fun. And there it is. Oh my God, Gregory, what is going on? Thank you so much. Crash for the Cure donation. You got to be colorblind, right? Although I think you can't say colorblind anymore in 2023. I think that's actually a bad thing, but I know what you're saying. I really appreciate that. That's really awesome. Always be colorblind watching the systems. That's amazing. Amazing donation for Craft for the Cure. That is fantastic. By the way, a financial note. I am fighting really hard with YouTube right now, like really, really hard. Man, I'm trying to separate CGTV from my personal, right? Like I have one YouTube account. That's my account. I made ProCraps and I made CGTV under that account, which is what you would do. Now that CGTV is actually an LLC of its own, I want all the money, the super chats, everything else to be only to CGTV. It should be completely separate for tax reasons, right? And because it's its own little business. And I can take money like that and actually earmark it. Well, what YouTube has is under the same thing. So all the income from both ProCrafts and CGTV are now going to John under one tax code or one tax form. So I'm trying to get them to separate. It's been a nightmare to work with those guys. God, it's awful. Anyway, what's fun? So I hope we get fixed on that. Anyway, let's move on. Proof of Week's been going fun. I'm having a good time. The Alabama Hammer. Oh my God, what happened yesterday? Did you guys watch the Alabama Hammer live yesterday? I feel so bad. Waylon worked really hard on this one. Like he really wants to do replace the Iron Cross with a hopping kind of a thing, get them all covered. And he's like, dude, you got to run the strategy out. It's going to be great. We got to run it. He said, I want you to debut. I'm like, cool, I'm on it. I practiced it a little bit. I'm like, it's hard to deal, but I'll do it on Crapsy. And I went out there yesterday and absolutely destroyed it. Like I lost like $3,000. Like I never hit it once. I don't think I got profit one time. My first roll, I might have made $20. And after that, went in the tank. I made the joke, like, you all need to hire me. When you think you have a good strategy, just pay me money. Pay me the money. I'll go out there and I'll roll it till zero. Because I'll break everything. And I broke that damn thing yesterday. It was a terrible sequence of rolls. If I'd have had that roll on today, we'd lost $5,000 3 times. It was such a bad series of rolls. So bummer for Waylon. I'm sorry about that, but sometimes that shit happens, especially when I'm rolling live. Friday Night Fights tomorrow, Old Bay and Nobo. I'm going to remind Nobo again, but he said he was good. He had a medical thing or something last week, couldn't make it. So see you tomorrow night for that one. And let's see what else is happening. Quick reminders here. Just going to go through these quick before we get into the fun stuff. So DiceCon next week. I'm in Vegas. I will not be doing live shows. I may do a live show from the hotel room. I may do like a 10-minute coffee and crabs every day with like a previous day's recap and just a hi, how you doing kind of thing. I'll decide that when I get there. I know that Alfredo did a bunch of like sit down interview type things with people, which was really cool. I loved watching those things. I may do some of that if I happen to be with somebody and we want to talk. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'll do some kind of update every day, but it won't be like this sort of show. Anyway, anything else you want to know from DiceCon, you let me know what you want to see. And reminder again of the Seattle meetup in September and Craps for the Cure in Vegas, November 11 to 13. I'm going to lock that in with David right now. The strip is a mess. I'll tell you right now. I know it's going to be a disaster out there traffic-wise. November, that weekend, the weekend after that is the Formula One race. So I think Vegas is going to be expensive that week. It's going to be tough. I'll hopefully have my casino hosting my casino host license by then and can affect some discounts on rooms. I will let you know as soon as I know that I'm approved, that I have access and that I can do it. I'll get you all room rates for the Crash for the Cure. We'll do all that we can to make that thing happen for us. So I'll keep you informed kind of as that goes. All right. What else is happening on the come out roll here? The changes for the show, by the way, I want to make sure that we're aware of all these things. Coffee and Crafts starting in July, 8 o'clock, just like it is now, no change. But the daily paycheck will come after the show, not before the show. I'll get some more sleep in the morning. We can take that show longer if we need to. I'm going to go on bankroll builder mode. We're going to start with $10,000 and work $100 a day to $100,000. That's the plan. Friday Follies is going to be a lot of practice for Coffee and Crafts games and some more Bubble Crafts stuff. And then we'll keep working through the United States of Crafts. We did Missouri. It was fun. We got a taste of what it's going to be like. Now I just need to work with y'all. So California Crafts Club, Jen, all the Californians, I'd like to get you guys up next if we can. Let's start talking over chat. Okay. All right, let's do the thing. We've been talking this week about getting out, right? What's your opening move? And by opening move, I mean, we all want to play craps without risk. It'd be great if you can go out there at 640 across, hit one every single time, and then play with 110 inside. Right? It'd be great if you could just always guarantee yourself a hit. How do you get that first little juice? How do you go out there as a right side player and get yourself in a position to play? Today we had a really good thing. I'm going to go back over here again, and I'm going to talk to you about this in a minute. I'm going to show you the Lagerman first, and I want to kind of talk about approach vectors. Here we go. Let's look at what we're going to do today. Today's going to be the Lagerman. This one's cool. This is a new Casino Quest strategy, and this one, they want you to replace the squeeze play with this. There's good reason to. It gets you to the same basic spot for a little less risk, tiny bit of less risk. Actually, you see, it's like $4 less risk than the other one is. So it's not a lot of financial risk. The bigger difference with Lagerman and the squeeze play is kind of what I was saying way back with the squeeze play when they first introduced it, was you're missing stuff. Well, now it's been added. Let's go to the table and let me show you what I mean by that. And I'm going to show you the squeeze play first, and then we're going to Lagerman this thing in. You need the YOLO table code posted again. That must be, I post the YOLO code during the preamble of the show and also on the YOLO screen. So tomorrow when we get it on, you'll see it there, Skill. When it's on the very, very first screen, you'll see the YOLO code is up top. All right, let's go here. I think it's a little too bright. I don't know, whatever. I'm not happy with how the table looks today. Let's do the squeeze play first. I want you to see this. And I'm going to do the Lagerman at a bunch of levels so you get a sense of how this thing works. But let's do the basic squeeze play. And I'll tell you the problem that I have with it, which is this. And this is the problem right here. You can probably already tell. The squeeze play is 220 inside. Roll a number. Let's get a 6. I'll leave the dice out front. So we had the same rolls every time. A 6 rolls. That's the point. Let's get some reds. And we're going to ignore the 7 for a minute. I just want to get numbers that pay. So you can see there's an 8 hard. That's cool. We're going to get three numbers here. There's a 4, which we know works for the squeeze play. And there's an 8. Okay, cool. There's the point being set, and then there's 3 inside numbers. All right, let's play that out squeeze play style. And here's the thing with the squeeze play. The first roll is going to be the 8. It's going to pay $70, 50, $70. The original squeeze play, they did this. They went out $25 and they racked the 20. My first problem with that was you guys got to get these out here so everything pays $70. That was so we made that request to David and they made the change, right? So everything pays 70 on roll 1. Roll 2, now you've got the 4 and 10, you get paid the $70. Okay. Luckily, the squeeze play in this situation worked out perfectly, right? Because now you've got your 70, you can come back down and go to 160. You can take these down. You can go to 160 across. Let's take it all down. And you're at 160 across, okay? And what you got in your rack is 100, 25, 150, 175, $200. You're out the door, playing for 160. From 220, you have $20 at risk. That's the squeeze play. What I don't like about the squeeze play is this. And I'm gonna take a little bit of liberty here and do something with the dice. Watch. Watch, 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 watch. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna reverse these two. What happens if the 4 came first? Right? If the 4 came first and I was squeeze playing it, right? You miss out, right? You have no payment. You get a 4, you get nothing out of that thing. Now you still got to be out here for 2 rolls. Now, granted, we rolled 2, so it would have the plan would have worked, right? But because you got nothing out here the first couple of rolls, when we say it takes 2 hits to get to 160, that's true. But it's not 2 rolls. You got 6 ways to not win here. Plus the horn, you had 12 ways not to win and 6 ways to lose. Only half the combinations are covered. That was always the hole with the squeeze play. It's also the hole with the skill 66. It's the hole with what I played this morning. Not getting the outsides is a massive, massive loss. Okay. Here's the Lagerman. I'm going to show you at I'm going to show you at the level that Casino Quest first showed it, and then I'm going to show you again a little lecture in unit play. Okay. Here we go. Let's put this thing out at the original level of 108 across. Okay. Here it is. 108. It's going to be, do I have enough money here? No, I don't. That was a bad stack size. It's going to be $10 on the 4 and 10. Okay. And then it's going to be 88 inside, which is 4 units per number. And then remember the number, 4 units. I'm going to say the word again, 4 units. So 88 inside, 4 units per hit per number in here. Half of that outside. So it's 4, 4, and then 2 on the outside. That's the Lagerman step. It's 108. Okay. It's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, and your caps make it 108. 108 across. It's easy to remember. It's not a standard bet. right? So when you play to the dealers, you're going to say 88 inside and $10 on the 4 and 10. You drop 108, say 108 across, 88 inside, 10 on the 4 and 10. It's a spray and play, okay? In this case, though, what you do, first hit, we hammer the 4 and 10. So we get a 4, great. Here you actually get paid on that. It pays 18 bucks, okay? You got to drop $2 out of your rack to make it happen. So you're actually out here for 110 if it's a 4 or 10. You're going to drop 10 to the 4, and you're going to go 10 to the 10. I had not enough money out there. 10 to the 10. Now you have 4 units everywhere, okay? The 8 rolls pays $28, 25, $28. We're going to drop down now to 64 across. So you drop down to 2 units across. It's 20, 40, 64. So all these 3 come back to you. How does your rack look right now? You went out there at 108. There's 25. I'm going to get these all colored up so you can see. There's 25. There's 25. There's 25. So that's going to be 75 bucks, 85, 90, $2. You're out there at 108. You got 92 bucks in the rack. What does that add up to? You're about 12 bucks into the hand. Okay. Not a big deal, right? You're actually doing pretty damn good. Nice little setup, right? You're playing for 64 across, which is your target, for very little risk. You're one bet at risk. Okay. That's the Lagerman. Super simple play. Okay. I like it. I like the fact that you have all the numbers covered. You're not gonna suck on a 4 and get nothing out of it like you did with the squeeze play. I like the fact that it's 108 to get the 64. Let's look at it at the level we've been playing. We've been trying to get to 160 across on all these other strategies. Let me level it up. I'm going to show you the exact same thing at a different level though. Okay, here we go. Let me park the red chips away, and let's come out here at this level. This will be 25 on the 4 and 10 and 220 inside. Okay. Again, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. We're going to be level playing here, right? So it's 220 plus 50, 270. You got me? 220 inside and out here. Same set of rolls. We get the 4 or over here. It's going to pay 50 bucks. Okay. We're going to level them up. We're going to press the 4 and 10 with that all the way. It's going to cost you some vig. So what? Right now they're pressed up. Now we get an 8. 8 pays 70 bucks. And our target level is 160 across, right? 50, 100, and 60. There's your 160, which means the rest of this comes back to your rack, and this gets all spread out. Like so. There's your 160. So on the second hit, the Lagerman has 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your 200. There's 25. There's 230 back in your rack. Okay. You're not quite clear. You're out there at 270. You got 230 coming home, but you're out here at 160. Okay. It's not a perfect play, but it gets you up and down pretty damn quick, which is what you want to see. All right. There's that level. If you want to play at higher level, again, do the unit thing. I'm gonna show it to you again. Then I'll actually play it out. I'll roll it out a little bit live here. Another level, 440, right? We can go like this. We can take 400. I'll get greens for the blacks, 50 and 50. Again, the 4 and 10 are half of what your other ones are. These can go to 20. So you have 126 and 8, 100 and 5 and 9, 50 on the 4 and 10, right? This time, let's put these back. We'll do it like, doesn't matter. I want to give you like more inside number amounts. We'll see how this works out. So let's say the way I actually rolled it was 848, right? 8 comes 140. It pays 100, 25, 140. If I pay this actually in greens, we press up the 4 and 10, right? They should go to 100 bucks. Okay, make them look like black chips if you want to. Okay, you can take $40 to your rack, which is awesome, right? We hit the 4, that pays 200 bucks. That's your second hit. We're gonna go to 320 across. So there's 1, 2, 320 bucks. If I make those look like green chips, it's 1, 2, 320. 2 hits, you're at your target. How does your rack look? You went out there with 4 40 plus 100. So you went out there at 540. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 540. And this time you got a little extra profit because we took the hits on the inside first, right? Now you're set up 320 across. Back in the rack, clean on that one. Pretty cool, right? The Lagerman is nice. It's two hits, but you never are exposed to a naked hit. Get to your goal. Let's do another unit because you know, again, math is hard. Math can be hard. So we're gonna go ahead and level it up one more time and take a big one. What's out here? We're gonna go 2 units on the inside and 1 unit on the outside. These are gonna be 880 inside. This is like the basic one, but a little bit higher, right? These are gonna be, I need to get some reds here. This will be at $40. So it's 240, 240, 200, and 100. And again, 240 pays 280, just like it does when it's 24. 275, 280. Keep the 80. Whack the 4 and 10. 4 rolls, 200 pays 400. Again, minus vig, right? Now what we do, take these 3 down. I'll put that over there. And here we go. We have 2, 4, $640. Guess what that turns into? 640 across. Just like the first one was 640 or 64, at the ramped up level, it goes to 640. And just like that, you're set up to play in 2 hits. What do we start out with, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 1,000. Right, we had 880, 980. So there's $980, and you got a little bit of profit, but you're playing 640 across in 2 rolls. That's the Lagerman. The Lagerman works at any bet level you want. Again, unit, 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 unit. That's the key. It's all about the units. It's not about the dollars. So don't forget that, please. And I think this is cool that we can show this one nice and quick at all the different unit sizes. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to put $1,000 in the rack. We're going to go. I'm gonna do like one. Actually, we'll do 6. We'll do it like this. I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna do a black and a green, 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 and we're gonna do it like that. We're gonna go at the smallest level. We're gonna do this at Ellis Island levels, at $10 table levels. You can actually do it at, you know, if you want to lower it even more, you can do it at $64 out there. Or 44 inside rather, and get yourself to 32 across. Not hard to do. Here we go. Let's go. I've got six shots out of here. We're gonna roll it out for 6 shots. Alrighty. Puck is off. Let's catch a point. Put these away. Let's roll it out for real. I got a green and a blue. So it's gonna be 516. Point is 6. Let's do the 108 across thing. So there's $125. So it's 10, 20. Those will be 24 in a minute. There's 108 out there. We gave him 125. Nope. Here's another lesson for you, right? Making change, 108, 110. 125, right? That's how you make change in a cash register in the 80s, right? All right, here we go. Can we get our 2 hits? Can we get to play at 64 across for free? No. No, we get a 617. It's going to happen. You're going to be at risk for the whole 108, 2 rolls. Puck is off. I'm going to drop 100 and I'll keep doing 125 and we'll keep getting back the same change. We'll take our 17 bucks and change. Like so. Same bet. Same bet, puck is off. Let's get 3 hits. I made it look easy in the demo, right? But here we go. Another 6 is the point. Oh, you know what? Let me zoom out. Let me zoom out so you can watch the dice. I want to make sure you guys trust that I'm doing it for real here. It's big up the table. And check it out. Here we go. All right, point is 6. We hit the point. That's a bummer. I know some people love this. I hate this. That's going to pay $28, 25, 28 bucks. We're going to make the 4 and 10 look like 20, and we're going to rack a tiny bit of profit there. Okay, let's come back out. Puck is going to be off. And there's aces. We don't care. We're not working the point. 7, not working the line. Don't care. 5. Okay, we got a 5. We've got one hit, right? We pressed up our 4 and 10. We need one more hit here to get ourselves to play for free. There's an 8. We got it. Sweet. So it's going to be $28. 25, $28, 20, 40, 64. So all this can come flying back to the rack now. Okay. And that's going to be, I can make it look like color if you like. There's going to be a nickel there. So there's 25, 50, 75, 105. But I took back that $8 earlier, right? So if I make this look like a black chip, like so, I can put that back in the rack. If I take some of these reds that I had gotten, right, and change them to green, you'll see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean shots back in the rack, right? So we recovered the one that we're out here with. We didn't recover the previous loss, but now we're playing at $64. Okay, and I can spread these out, and now this is essentially risk-free. Not completely risk-free. We need to get a hit to lock it, right? So here is 617. We lost like $9. Okay, take that 64 away, and we'll try it again. It's a bitch, isn't it? Craps is a bitch. Really, really hard. Really, really hard. All right, we'll drop it out. We'll get our $17 and change. And let's get our bets reset again. 10, 20, and 10 on the end. And there we go. Puck is off. Let's make the Lagerman work. Another point of 6. I think the 6 has been the point all 3. Uh-oh. Dice off the table. 4, 2, 6. Boy, just like last time, right? Same exact thing. $28. I'm going to pay it with a green chip because I have reds. $28. Let's drop 20 and make the 4 and 10 look like 20. And we'll rack this up. I'll put the green chip over here. I'm actually going to take these and make this. I need the whites back in the bank. So there's 10 in white. Okay, puck is off. We got one hit. We need a second one after the next point to get going. There's a 5. It's same as last time, right? Vuja day here. There's a 6, 2, 8. Also, we hit the 8 last time too. All right, $28, right? 25, $28. We're going to bring these 3 down. We're going to spread these 3 out, and this is going to become 64 across. It was not clean dealing, but whatever, okay? And as you know, 25, there's going to be $5 here. This becomes, with what I brought back before, this becomes a clean $100, okay? So we are now, once again, got 5 out of our 6 shots back. Now your job is turn $64 into something meaningful. This is where the game of craps gets hard, right? You lost that 108 or that 128 the first time. Or sorry, you lost that the first time. And now you got to recover. Now you got to make not just playing for free work. You got to make your play work. You got to make this. You got to make that back out of this. And that's where like these regression strategies are great because you're playing for free until you lose one. And you're always going to be down 125 here. That's the problem, is that we're down 125 like the entire freaking time. So now we got to fight. So 10 pays $18, okay? $18. And we have a choice here of how to play this out, okay? We can half press these things or whatever we're going to do. This is like your, how do you lock your profit in mode, right? I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and do tier pressure style play where I'm going to full press these things and bring it back down again once I get something to repeat for me. There's the 4. I'm going to take the whites and grab the hard 4 and hard 10. We're going to play this thing a little bit aggressive early, and then we're going to go half press late. So 8 pays 14 bucks. We're going to press the 6 and the 8 each by 1 unit. Make them both look like 18. Take the 2 and change, grab the hard ways. So now the 6 and 8 are up. The 4 is up. Let's get something in here to give us a repeater if we can get it, and we get a 7. And you're going to say, John, you pressed it all. You moron, you blew it. Well, what was I going to make with this anyway? 20 bucks, right? There's not enough in there with 2 rolls to make any real money, right? Even if I collected twice, we still only have a $20 profit. So you got to sometimes take this little bit of a shot early to get locked. So you got something to play with. All right, here we go. We'll do it one more time. The nice thing is that shot didn't cost you anything but some heartache. Didn't really matter. Okay, we'll drop again. 125 for the 108 across. And again, it's 10 on the outside. It's 88 on the inside. Not too many. Alrighty. There's 4. And there's 4. Okay, and we get 15, 17 change. Sweet, there we go. Let's make it happen one more time. What time we have here? Is it 8 o'clock yet or 9 o'clock yet? I can't see what the clock says. Way too far away. It is 8:45. We have enough time to do it probably a couple more times. Let's keep pushing it and see if we can't make this damn thing work. Here we go. New shooter, new point. It's going to be an 8 this time. Booyah, 5, 3, 8. And we got another immediate 7. Boy, oh boy. Welcome to the craps table, dude. All down. We got to go back to our bank again. Another 128, another 108. Man, 17 and change again. That's ugly right there. That's super ugly. Reset the bets. Got our change back. We'll just set the trade again. Craps is hard. It's really hard to get a couple of hits. I can tell you from experience, getting 2 hits is not easy. Not easy, right? We've had, what, 3 shooters? 4 shooters today? 2 of them have not gotten 2 hits, right? I told you that all the time. 50% of the time, you're not getting that 3rd hit. Today, can get 2 hits. There's a 7, 617. Very, very, very hard game, turns out. Turns out nobody's gotten it beat. There's a 10, 5, 5, 10. Nobody's beaten the game. All right, here we go. Let's get our 2 hits. 2 hits before the 7. 415. That's great. That pays 21. That's our first inside hit for the first one. $21. Okay. Booyah, booyah. Go to the outside. You can rack the 1. Doesn't matter. And we got a 7. So once again, fail boat. Didn't get 2. That's 3 times. Didn't get it. It's not an indictment of the strategy that it didn't work. There's another 125 for 17 and change. The strategy is fine. It's a smart play, right? It just takes 2 hits. The problem is craps is hard, and it's hard to get 2 hits. I'm going to color some of this crap up in here just to keep it clean in the rack. There's going to be 2 quarters and a nickel. 2 quarters and a nickel. All right. I already paid. Let's go. 3 out of 5 shooters didn't get there. 3 out of 5 shooters didn't get there. Boy, oh boy. How often do you see this though, right? Some days the dolly is your friend, right? Some days the inside press is your friend. You just don't know. There's a 3. Nothing. Does nothing for me. And again, we're really focused here today on opening moves, right? This is just getting out of the hand quick. There's $21 or $28. 25, 28. I think I paid myself 21 instead of 28 last time. It's okay. We're going to go 10 and 10 out there. I'll put the nickel up in here. And just because I'm this is going to piss skill off, but I'm going to be a degen and get the hard ways. I'm going to invest a little bit more in the roll. Roll 2. Can I get it? We got a hard 4. We got a hard 4. And the gambit pays off, right? 20 is going to pay 40 for a $1 vig. Hard 4 is going to pay $7. I'm going to pay that like that. $5, $6, $7. We're going to go 64 across, so I'm going to take these down. I'm going to, at the same time, press those guys up, and let's get our rack right. Let's get our rack. Finally, we get a shooter that makes it. There's our 100, and there's $7. Let's take the 100 back. I'll take a quarter. Now I have 3 shooters in my rack. So I've got to recover 3 shooters. I got to recover $375, right? As this thing failed 3 times, we're down $375. Let's turn 64 across into $375. That's going to be our task. How do we do that? My God, need some help. The dice got to help us out, right? When you're playing a regression strategy and you lose a couple times, you're so low out here that the recovery path is really difficult. That's going to pay 14 bucks, okay? And again, you have the choice here of how to play these numbers any way that you want to. I want to get to the point where I can press an inside press at cost. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the 5 and 9 both to 15 here and rack the whites this time. Next time I'll get the 6 and 8 up, and you'll see why I'm doing it. I want to get permanent press as quickly as I can. $21 again, right, for the 9. Now I can press the 6 and the 8 by a unit each. Drop a penny. They both look like 18 bucks. Now I'm at 66 inside, okay? If I wanted to, I can play the insides permanent press style like we did in the garage this morning, okay? And start building those things up and hammering profit out of them that way. Or I can do this, $21 on the 8. We'll lose the hard 8. Put it back, rack a couple of nickels here. Rack once. Maybe let's rack 1. And then we'll start being a little bit more aggressive out here. 2, 1, 3. Doesn't matter, right? This is the point where you play this any way your heart desires. Half press, full press, power press, inside press, it doesn't matter. Today's strategy is about getting to here, right? It's about the Lagerman getting you to the point where you're playing 64 across. Now we have 21, right? Drop a penny. We'll press the insides. We'll just do a little permanent press here for a few rolls and see if we can't make a little bit extra juice. That was an 8, by the way. We lost our hard 8. We'll put that guy back. And we got a 5. That's great. 415 pays $28. 25. $28. I'm going to leave 2. Put a green, put a white. We're going to press another 22 bucks. That's going to make it look like 110 inside. Should be noted, by the way, these easy little presses that we're doing, look how fast you can go from 64 across to 110 inside. Doesn't take much, right? A couple, 2, 3 hits, and look at us. We're already looking pretty stout out here. Matter of fact, you can pull all this down and get back one of the shooters that you lost. We're not fully recovered yet, but you're on the way to recovering what you lost. Okay, now we're going to burn it here, 527. But you got to, in my opinion, you play this until it's meaningful enough to pull back. Like I would do this until I was showing another 125 out here that I could regress back down to. So if I got this up to, let's say, 180 or so in total, I would regret, or no, I guess I would say 200. If I get this out to like 270 across, so another couple of hits here, what I would have done is pulled back 125 to recover a shooter, and then regress this back down again to 64 and done it again. That would be like you're kind of in the motorboat there, churning in the water. As it is, we got a little bit up. We took a few bucks back. We made about 30 or 40 bucks on this shooter, and we got out for free, which was the important part. All right, let's go ahead and get. We have enough out here to do it. 20. I don't have enough to do it from there. I'm going to do it again. 125. We'll get 15, 17 and change. We'll set up last shooter. We'll do it one more time, and we'll see what we ended up. And maybe this time we'll just do a straight up half press. Maybe this time I'll change it up and we'll do a straight by the books sort of half press just to get a lens on what that looks like. Again, it doesn't matter. This part of the, once I'm free, what I'm doing doesn't matter. I'm just going to give you some options. Everybody's got their own way of pressing. I'm not here to teach you that. I'm here to show you how to get out of the gate. Okay, there it is. We're out. We got a yo, 6-5. We got a 6-5 yo again. We got a 7. Boy, the pass line player is loving old Johnny right now. We got a 1, 2, 3. Now I just said that out loud, of course, and now the pass line player is cursing at me because they pressed everything up. That was a 1, 2, 3. A 7. Oh my gosh, 2 7s, 2 11s, a 3. Can we get a point? Adam G. Let's see. All right, there's a 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. Boom. Just need 2. I just need 2. There's 1. That's $21. $21. Boom, boom. Into the rack we go. There's a 7. We didn't get it again. That's our 4th time. 4th time crashing and burning. Can you believe it? If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. Craps is hard, dude. Craps is so hard. How much do I have? Do I have enough to do one more in the profits pile? 50. I do, actually. There's 100. 5. There's 108. Exactly. We can do it from our previous wins. There it is. 108. Last shooter. This is it. Last gasp. Last gasp. We've lost 4 shooters and not made it back. Midnight. 11. Come on, dude. 4. Okay, cool. Points 4. Let's go. Give me 2. Give me 2. 8. Sweet. 8 pays $28. There's 25. $28. 10 and 10 and racking 8. I think last time on the 5 again, I think I paid 21. Whatever. I owe myself $6. Oh my God. Look at that. Another one. We didn't get there again. There it is. So we burned it now 5 times. Burned it 5 times. What do I say? Every strategy sucks. They all sound good on tape, right? They all sound good on tape. What did we lose? We lost 400. We lost 4 times 125. So that's $500. We lost $500. We have 225, 250 to our name. 250 and some dealer tokes, and we're out of here. Okay? Lost 5, kept 250. What a brutal session, right? Again, it all looks good. What do they say? It's all fun and games till somebody gets hurt. Isn't that kind of the old saying, right? It's all fun and games. Well, guess what? We just got hurt. And that's going to happen. I'm going the wrong way here. What's going on? What's going on? Let me get down to the end. And wow, we're burning through. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Not a good session. Not a good session at all. It doesn't mean the strategy's bad. Like, I want to make that point clear. It's a good strategy. Like, that's a good way to get out. To me, 2 hits and playing for basically nothing, that's a good strategy. If you can find a way, we were doing the unicorn way back, right? I said, get me to where I'm playing for free or playing risk-free in 2 rolls or less. That's what this does. This solves that problem, right? We've talked about ways to make that safer, but getting 2 hits and free, I love that part of the strategy. I love the part that it gets the 4 and 10. I love the part that it's not wasting rolls for the most part. I don't love the part that I can't throw, and this is what happens, okay? Let's check PCs and questions here and see if there's anything I've missed, and then we will we'll call the show. Oh, Jen, your wife loves it. Oh, so you guys did notice that. Like, it's funny. I did all this work, right, to make the screens look a little different. You know what got me inspired by this, actually, was I watched the Mariners were playing, whoever they were playing over the weekend. They were playing somebody on Apple TV. And the thing is, like, Fox and Root and ESPN, all the, and like newscasts, right? All of the, like the bottom part where it says coffee and craps, they're all like white, big borders and square. And I was trying to make the show look like a news show where it's like white square boxes. And, you know, when I watched the Apple broadcast and everything was a little bit softer, they had these like muted, like where it says questions, comments, it was like black and like kind of opaque and thin font. I'm like, that looks really cool. I wonder if I could make that work for our show. And I did that. It looked great. And then I couldn't settle on the background color. So these are blue screens here. Sometimes I have the green screens. I'll show you that. Green on the background. I'm kind of, and there's a craps table back there. So I'm kind of alternating it. And I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that it got noticed that I put some work into that because it was a real pain to get it to work. So Dr. Dan said, my parents went broke buying meat. I did break everything. You know, including my teeth twice. One time we did, I don't know why, this will explain my whole life to you. I've done this twice now. Mailboxes are not my friend. One time we built a ramp on our house, right? I think it was probably 10. And down the hill went the ramp, and we made a little homemade like wooden ramp, and we're trying to jump our bikes over a mailbox, right? And it was the end of a cul-de-sac, which was the stupidest thing that we thought, oh, we can, when we get over the mailbox, we'll dump the bike and we'll land in the grass right in front of where the forest started, right? The trees. I go hauling ass down this thing, hit that ramp. I beat the mailbox by probably 4 feet. I crushed this thing, right? What did I do? Boom, hit a tree. I went right into a branch of a tree. I got so high, I ate a tree branch, knocked out my 2 front teeth. Okay, that sucked. I was like 10. About a year and a half later, I was at my cousin's house, and we're biking down this big old hill. They're up in Aston, Pennsylvania. Biking down this big old hill, and I slid out when I went around on the sidewalk around the turn. Off the bike goes one way, John goes the other way, mouth wide open, boom, mailbox. I hit a mailbox pole and knocked out 4 of my front teeth. So, yeah, I broke all the things when I was young, Dan. I was definitely, yeah. The main hotel has not been selected yet, but it will be a Harris property. I can tell you that. Again, I'm going to be I'm getting my host license, so I'm going to be a licensed host for Caesars Gaming. I think for Boyd and for Station. So likely it's going to be on the Strip, probably Harris, somewhere around there. And the reason being, because the Crash for the Cure is going to be at the Fashion Show Mall, I want to be walking distance or a shuttle ride down there. With all the traffic and confusion, I want to make that really easy to get to. So that's going to be the thing there. So there's your answer for that, Chris. Any other questions that I need to get to? Looks like no. Is this an indictment of the light side? Well, maybe. Maybe it is. Light side play is hard. Like, let me go to the table. I do want to talk. This is a great question, Dan, and I don't want to minimize the question because by not giving it enough time. Right? Greg from 555, my good friend, our good friend, says this all the time. Light side play is broken. That's his famous quote. Light side play is broken. And he calls this the elephant graveyard. And it largely is broken because you're fighting that guy right there. That's a bad, it's really hard to beat this. And it sounds like it's not. It's only 6 combinations out of all of them, right? The problem is, no matter where this first die is, the second die always can match it. No matter what happens with this one, the one that's still rolling can always beat you, right? Even though it's 6 out of 36, you're always halfway home. It's a hard number to beat. And yeah, the right side's broken. Getting 3 numbers is really hard. And I think that this, like I said, if we set up 330 inside 2 ways, right? Like I was saying on the other show, if I do it for 2 players, and this is the kind of thing that keeps me up at night, Dan, honestly, because if both players have 330, it's going to give me a lot of red chips here to get this set up, but give me a second. Like so. Then think about this. And you can go in different directions, okay? This guy went 330, okay? And he's going to take his 110, or 105, he's going to drop a penny and go to 110, right? This is the Dice Dr. Dan 330 move, right? Okay, cool. That's great, but you're still sweating 330, right? The guy in the back, by the way, same move. He's going to go also here. And he's going to be, and he's sweating 330. They're both sweating the same output, 330. Like, oh my God, what's going to happen here, right? This guy, like yesterday, is going to take that 140, right? 125, 140 win, right? And he's going to come down. He's going to come all the way down to whatever. He's going to take all this money down. Matter of fact, he's going to take his whole, let's get all the bets out there. There's the 3, and there's the 330. There's his 330, okay? 75, 75, right? All that is his initial bankroll. He's got some money to play with now. What has he got here? He got $250, right? We know this. About 250 or so to play with. 255. Right, he can go 220, he can do wherever he wants, but he's got his 330 back, and he's able to play. Now, if he goes out here with this money and goes 220 inside, or he goes 270 across, right? although he's got his money back in the rack and he's playing for free, if he ever loses at 330, he's only got this smaller stack to play with and recover. That's what we saw with the Lagerman, right? Small outlay, you're out quick, but if you lose it, recovering 330 when you only have 160 at play is a really hard thing to do, right? So the regression strategies make a lot of sense in theory, right? But in practice, if you ever lose one, you're screwed. Here, if we did this and said, okay, well, on our next hit, this guy's gonna be at, let's just put him out there at 160. He's gonna regress down to 160. The next hit, back here, you're winning, what are we at, $100? You're winning 140. Right, we didn't even take his 140. His 140, by the way, he would have pressed that up on that same hit. I didn't even make his bets, right? He went down to 160. The guy in the back is gonna go up to 550, right? He's gonna go all the way up and play this thing at 550 now. And he's still sweating the 330, right? On the next hit of the dice, this is gonna be roll 3, okay? Let's say we get the 9 to roll, right? Here's 35 bucks. This guy's got 35 bucks, okay? Hooray. This guy here at 125 has got 175, and he's actually can pull out of here with 300 bucks in profit. So if you're gonna build up, or you're gonna build down, up and down means you're playing for free, but you got a long way to go to get recovery. Up, 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 up. You're increasing your risk, but your reward is a lot bigger. In both cases, that's gonna happen before roll 3 or 4, most of the time, right? You're literally, what I call it, spraying and praying. You're hoping to God they hit your number. You're hoping they hit it a bunch of times. Like this morning's show, we caught lightning in a bottle and 1,000 bucks. That's what you need. Light side play is definitely broken. So to answer Dan's question, I might come back to my screen over here to go back and answer what Dan said. Is light side play broken? Yes, it is irrevocably broken. Right? Light side play is broken. That's why I like having a dark side switch sometimes, right? Sometimes I'll do this from a dark bet, or I'll go all dark. I like having the option. Knowing that light side is broken. Let's all agree on this. Light side play is broken. If you go full light side every single time, what's going to happen? Everybody in chat, let's hear it. Say it in chat right now. What's going to happen if you go right side full in all the time forever? What's going to be the result? What's your bankroll going to look like if you just go nothing but right side? You're going to get your asses handed to you. You're going to lose. For sure, guaranteed, you will lose money if you play right side 100% all the time. And guess who else knows that? The casino knows that, which is why they made what? Everybody say it with me? Crapless craps, which has no dark side. Light side is so broken, they made a game where that's your only option. Right? There it is. That's my, again, I hate crapless for so many reasons, but that's the truth. Right side play is irrevocably broken. There's no way to beat the game from the right side. That should show it what I just did out there. As bad as that, as a great of a strategy as that is, as bad as it is, right side play is broken. The casino knows it, and they made a game where that's your only option. So that's the reason not to play crapless, by the way. Stay off the fucking tables. Get off those damn things. Don't play it. It's broken, and they're forcing you there. They're forcing you into a bad place. They're putting you in a bad place, right? They're putting an alcoholic in a bar. They're putting a sex addict in a whorehouse. They're putting a craps player in a place where they know they're going to fail. Putting the hopeful on the hopeless table. That's how I should probably say that. So there it is. More PCs came in while I was ranting. Skill says to me, I addressed this already. Need the YOLO code. Again, that's posted up on the main. When you first come into the show, it's up there. And when I'm in the YOLO, it's also on the very bottom of the screen. You should see it. So that should be there. And Skill says also, should we tweak the strategy to be in profit after the second hit of the regress? It wouldn't be hard to do. It would require either a bit of a power press, or you got to start a little higher. You got to go maybe 5 units on the inside instead of 4. Like go to like 110 inside and 15 on the outside, a little bit bigger, so that your second hit and you go to 64, you're in profit instead of being down a little bit. That being down a little bit does add up a little. You know, it's if you're down, what is it, $8 every time or whatever it turns out to be. it ends up being a little bit painful for sure. Let's see, am I going to start preaching? No, I'm not going to preach one hit and down. One hit and down has got the same problem, right? It's all the same thing. If you reduce the number of hits, and let me say this again. If you reduce the number of hits you need to get to your goal, you got to increase the bet size, right? So to go 64 across, one hit and down, means you got to be out there for enough money to win $64, which means you got to be out there at 320. So everything pays $70 to get to 64. Okay. Knowing that, good. One hit and down, super safe, right? I can get one hit most of the time. Matter of fact, I think it's 25% you get one hit, one box hit. Fantastic until you don't get it. And then you lose 320. And when it works, you have $64. Now $64 has to earn you back 320 before you can show a profit. One hit and down seems like a good idea until you get burned on it. And then you have such a big hole to climb out of, your low size bets will never get you out of the hole. That's the problem with regression strategies. I love regressions. I think they make good sense for the most part, but when you fail on one, the climb back, it's so hard to climb out of a big hole that a regression causes you to be in that you almost can't do it. And it's like fool's gold. It's like you think it's great until it's not. You get whacked for 330 and your next safe bet is $64. It ain't gonna happen unless you get a 35 roller. And even on that, $64 breaks you even and a little bit more. You can't take advantage of it. Very, very hard. Very, very hard to do. That's why I say the light side is busted. So you gotta have dark side options and a way to switch, or, again, go 64 from the get and just, spray and pray and hope that you get the roll and be willing to burn from the outset. There's pros and cons both ways. All right. I guess that was kind of my final thoughts, right? My final thoughts are basically that, which is, again, be aware of what's happening, right? Be aware what the probabilities are. You're going to probably not get your third hit. You're going to probably not get your second hit. Make sure that on the ones where you get it for free, in the Lagerman, in the squeeze play, in the permanent press, in whatever you're doing, whatever your opening move is, whatever you're going to do there, make sure that your post getting even play is aggressive enough to get you locked quick. Ideally, you're playing for free in 2 rolls, you're locking profit in 6 rolls, and then you can play who cares after that, right? I'm looking at like 2 to 6 to 8 rolls max before I feel like I'm safe. Anymore, if you plan for more than that, I've seen strategies where, on the 6th hit of the 8, you're going to be, no, play for the 6th hit of anything and consider yourself a lucky duck if you get that far. That's, I think, pretty important. So, 80% to get 1 box hit. 1, right? 20% of the time you get none. Remember that. Oh, what did I do there? 20% of the time there are no, what did I do? I don't know what I did there. 20% you don't get a box hit, right? Which means whatever you're out there for is going away 20% of the time. So you go 320 across, right? On 5 shooters, 1 time you're going to lose the whole 330. 4 times you're going to turn 330 into 64. And one of those 4 times has to win you 330 plus. It's so freaking hard. So know the math, guys. Know the math, know the numbers, know how scary it is. Play smart. Just play smart. And you need luck. You need some luck. You need some skill and some luck. How about that, Dylan? All right, get out of here, guys. It's 9 o'clock, 9:11 actually. So go forth and conquer. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We have our last prove it strategy tomorrow. We have we're going to play some bingo together tomorrow morning. We're going to play some bingo on the Craps table. Another game test for Craps for the Cure. So I'll see you tomorrow for Friday Follies. Have a good one. I'm out. God bless. See you tomorrow.